My friend won an abuse woman as a girlfriend. I was randomly talking with my friend. We were seeing each other for the first time since a long time because life has been shit. He start talking about my little sister. I knew the subject was coming. Honestly, I was just waiting to see how long he would wait. Who recently came to live with me after CPS got involved against our father. He start by asking how she is settling and if she is alright and all. So I told him that she was healing physically but it would be a long road mentally. He sat up straight and said she'll need someone to show her the way. So I was like, yeah, you know, a therapist definitely, and that when he says no, a good man. I stayed silent for a moment and he start rambling about how he had always been interested in abuse survivor. He said he want to be their savior, to show them all about good men, to cuddle with them after nightmare. So now I have one less friend. Wow, am I glad he was stupid enough to say what he thinks. What a freak. Imagine if he had hid that. So gross. What a revolting little specimen he is. Well done you for binning him. Keep him well away from your little sister. Yeah, those guys were always super fun to date. Asking for details about the abuse and doing the bare minimum because their partner thinks it's earth-shattering to be shown kindness. But the best part is when they inevitably start being abusive themselves. Because as you heal, you start demanding more respect and understanding what you deserve. And since your savior has no sense of what a healthy dynamic looks like and has been skating by on the bare minimum, they start to turn on you. Good times. Anyway, you should definitely tell literally every mutual friend what he said and warn any survivors already in his life. Just a suggestion. Ew, keep him away from your little sister. Nice friend. Glad you stopped being pals with him. So your little sister, who is 100 not 18, can't be removed from a home if you're over 18. Was the target by your friend. That's awful. I'm sorry. How old is this ex-friend? Ew. That's so gross. Please warn your sister about him before he tries sneaking into her socials. Very glad you ended the post the way you did. I have a lot of respect for you knowing how to set healthy boundaries and staying away from predators. Your sister is lucky to have you. Trash took itself out. Glad you learned this before your little sis came home with. And good luck. Having my little sister with me was the biggest blessing of my life. But man, it was also the hardest work I've ever done. Gross, just fucking gross. Keep this asshole away from your sister. He's looking for vulnerable women to exploit. Glad you saw through him and got rid of him. Don't let him anywhere near your sister. So predatory, face vomiting. That's a huge red flag. It's not that uncommon for abusers to fancy themselves as saviors who shows the way for poor weak creatures that are women. Ew. Attracted to trauma, screams predator. Ugh. America has an epidemic of controlling codependent men trying to play out their savior fantasies on women and sometimes children. It's revolting and dangerous. Glad that you're kicking him out of your life. What a disgusting pos. Great that you are not calling person a friend anymore. It is a huge red flag. There are people who get off on other people's trauma and traumatize in the process. If he gets access to her, it is very likely that he will love bomb her and get her to trust him. Right from an abuser's playbook. This is the time for your sister to heal. Identify abuse and learn about drawing healthy boundaries. I knew a guy. WHO said this too. Keyword knew. Why is this a thing? WTF? I can fix them really doesn't get enough scrutiny as a romance trope. Your friend doesn't want an abused woman. He wants an abused girl. If CPS got involved, your sister is a minor, which is major yikes. Good on you for cutting him off. He wants to use an abuse survivor's pain and trauma to boost his own ego by being their savior. He is seriously dangerous and will fuck someone's already traumatized mind even more. Disturbing. Man either has intense codependency issues imprinted on him or is outright control freak. Fucking YEET. Yeah, like no shit, he is creepy as fuck. So for him to get his perfect girl, she must be abused first? Like he's hoping she was abused? WTF, man. Good on you for cutting him out. Not just white knight syndrome, but pedophilic white knight syndrome. You literally can't get any bottom of the barrel scummier than that. Oh God, is he one of those nice guys? I was expecting from your title a weird kink of a man wanting to be with an abusive GF. Definitely not those kind of trauma-exploiting men. Ew, I had a ex-male friend say the same. He said he wanted to date an abused woman because it would be easier. That abused women would be more appreciative and he wouldn't have to do as much to impress them and keep them around basically. I was like, dude, what the fuck? So now I have one less friend. Good work, op. I'm sorry about what your sister's been through, but I'm glad she has a decent brother. Do these men ever hear themselves? Make sure in some type of gentle but serious way you let her know under no circumstances should she talk to this man because you recently found out he's a bad man. Or however you need to word it that won't hurt her. I would not be at all surprised if he tries to contact her on social media if he sees her out and about somewhere. What a disgusting waste of cells. Oh my God. He wants to rape your sister. Nauseated face vomiting. What the actual fuck, lol. This is why I am so fucking paranoid of men who try to comfort me, help me when I am dealing with mental emotional issues. Ugh. Gross. That's a quality excision. After I left my abusive relationship, the last thing I wanted was some white knight telling me he was going to keep me safe. I literally told my current partner when we started dating that if he pulled some white knight shit, I would instantly stop talking to him. It's the ick beyond ick. Ugh. Sounds like he's practically lining up to be an abuser himself. Savior complex is indeed a thing and can cause a victim to go from one relationship with one abuser right into another. This guy probably needs professional help understanding, respecting humans before he gets into a relationship with one. Gross. This was my ex. Knew him as I was getting out of an abusive relationship. He took full opportunity to be my white knight. I was 18. He was 30. Or so he told me. Later found out this creep was 42 and he said I wanted to show you that age doesn't matter and you wouldn't have given me a chance if you knew my real age. Yeah, that situation sure helped me recover from my trauma. That is revolting. And you absolutely must keep this creep away from your sister. He is absolutely looking for someone who is easy to abuse. And you need to accept the fact that your friend is a piece of shit. He's an abuser. Did you tell him that makes him just another abuser, not a savior? Wow, that's gross. Big yikes. He's not a red flag, he's a red missile. At best, this guy's delusional about his ability to heal her. At worst. So he basically advertised wanting to be a manipulative predator. I'm going to be sick. Jesus. I would do anything it where my girlfriend never experienced the trauma she did. This is terrible. Ew. What a gross dude. He might try contacting your sister FYI.